Good morning. Lisa Neller here. It is September 9th, 2024, and this is our Monday Morning Serenity Session. I'm starting a little later this morning because my grandson's been over and we've been busy. Last Monday, I didn't do a Serenity Session because it was Labor Day and we were on a little vacation. So today I have a couple of announcements before I get started into the Serenity Session. And the first one is that this Wednesday, September 11th, I'm doing a journaling jam session, what I call a pop-up at Paris Baguette. It's in Scottsdale, and it's going to be from 9 to 10:30 this Wednesday. So anyone's welcome. It's a free event. It is listed on Facebook as a public event, so you can come if you'd like. I'd love to see you there. We're going to do some different kind of journaling and introducing it to people who are newer to journaling. And if you're seasoned seasoned journalist, not journalist, but journaler, you're welcome to come and maybe you'll get some new and fresh ideas. The second thing is that this Thursday, September 12th, I'm offering a Life by Design masterclass. The registration link is going to be below. It will be on Zoom, so anybody can attend. It's free, and I will be recording it, so if you can't attend live, please register anyway, and I will send you the recording. Now, today I've got 3 things for you to consider for doing for your own serenity. And of course, these are kind of linked to the 2 events that I'm doing this week, the journaling pop-up and also the Life by Design masterclass. But the first thing I would like to suggest is that you take a moment to breathe. And I always say it's like you can never be reminded too much to take a deep breath because we just don't think about it on a regular basis, and it's always nice to be reminded. So I want you to take a moment to breathe, and when you breathe, allow your low belly to expand, allow your rib cage to expand, and then imagine that breath coming all the way up to the top of your body and out through your head. And when it gets to the top and you're holding your breath, you want to hold it for a count of 3 to 5 seconds. And then as you exhale, you can blow like you're blowing through a straw. You can exhale through your mouth, or you can exhale through your nose. There's no right or wrong way to do this. But nice and slowly, the exhale, and then you'll repeat that 2 more times. So hopefully you'll do that after you watch this video, if you're watching this video. And of course, you can do it any time of day, any day. But I'm reminding you to do it today. The second thing that I want to encourage you to do is take a moment to write something. So you could just take a word that's been on your mind. You could take a circumstance that's been on your mind, and you can write about it. And what I mean about writing about is write down the thought, write down the circumstance, or the word or the circumstance, and then just start writing your thoughts about it. So anything that comes to your mind, your feelings, your thoughts, you might have 1 to 10 thoughts about it. You might have some feelings associated with those thoughts. And then also consider what actions you might take or what inaction you might not take. If that makes any sense. It's like a double negative. Sometimes when we're confronted with a situation, sometimes we don't take any action when it might be better to take some action. But then also think about the results that are going to stem from whatever action you're taking. And then look at the results, and then also notice if this is it's going to be unintentional when you notice this. You're not going to. This is not an intentional thought that you're thinking about or a word. So you might notice all the things that you wrote down and see if there is an opportunity to shift your thinking about that word or that circumstance or whatever it is that's on your mind. So the idea is to understand that sometimes you can shift your thinking. You can always shift your thinking. And I'll give you an example. So one of my coaches, Eric, he used to say to himself, I'm not an investor. And he used to say to other people too, it was just a thought that he had. It was a feeling that he had, like, I just don't invest. I'm not an investor. And then one day he shifted that thought to, you know what, I can change that and I can become an investor. And so he did become an investor and started small, but then his mind totally shifted to, now I'm an investor. So it's things like that that you could do. You can shift your way of thinking and your way of being depending on how you want to align with reality and your values. Okay? So I hope that's not too confusing for you. But all that to say is that is in conjunction with this journaling jam session that I'm doing, which is to give you some kind of a prompt to just write about. The last thing I want to talk about today is to have you take a moment and look at your future. And I'd really like you to look 2 or 3 decades ahead. Now, you might not think you have 3 decades, and you might. So I just want you to open your mind here to see what might life look like at the, during and at the end of the next 3 decades. What am I going to do? What is next for me? What am I going to leave behind? What do I want my life to look like? Can I live in really good health until that time? Now, most people think about their life in 6 months to a year, 2 years to 5 years, but most people don't think decades ahead. So I want you to think about decades ahead. And this is also attached to some of the work I'm doing this week with the Life by Design Masterclass, because these are the kind of things I want to bring up, like how do we see ourselves 10, 15, 20 years from now, 30 years from now? And I don't even want you to write that down. I just want you to think about it. And then notice what comes up for you. Like, think about it for a few minutes, and then as you go for a walk or you're in the shower or whatever, something might occur to you. And if that thing occurs to you, and it's an idea, you can run with it or not, you can play with it. I'm really just asking you to play with this thought right now. What's next for me? How do I see myself in the next 10 to 20 to 30 years? All right. So I do think that these exercises enhance our well-being and our serenity. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday so far, and I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you next Monday. All right, thanks for watching.